All right, here we go. Intro in 3, 2, 1, 0. Bang. Guys, welcome back to Mavsplaining. I'm excited to have a guest on the podcast today. It's not on you yet.
I'm ready, though.
Calm down. Fucking give it a second. Guys, we're here talking to a very good friend of mine, Taylor Thompson. Taylor, what's going on, dude?
I'm just chilling, dude. How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, we're being nice now.
Oh,
okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh,
I have
okay,
to
cool.
let everybody know.
Fucking gay jokes galore up
Jesus
until this point,
Christ.
and then now it's like, hey, happy to be here.
Dude, you choose how you dress.
All right, dude. Fucking got me, dude. Son of a bitch. Oh man, dude. Taylor's one of my friends that he's the guy that just says shit to you, and you're like, what? It's, for example, we were on the way here, and there's a homeless dude sleeping on one of those garden boxes.
He was planking.
No, he was in a fucking fentanyl trance, dude. What are you talking about?
He was in.
And Taylor just goes, just unprompted, he goes, I took a picture of that guy. I was like, what, dude?
Dude, it was like urban planking.
Yeah, so Taylor's a very, very, very good photographer here in town, and I told him, I was like, dude, if any of my other friends told me that, that would be the weirdest shit. Like, what'd you take that picture for? But I just wanted it for later.
I want to look at it later.
I want to look
to edit it and make it look really artistic.
Gotta edit it.
It's gonna look great.
Oh my god, dude! You should just have a whole album dedicated to fucking like just the homeless here, dude. You take a lot of pictures of the homeless.
Yeah. I usually give them like $1 or something for their time. I'm like, let me take a portrait.
Oh hell yeah,
Get to
dude.
know a little story or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Dude, do you ever film the interactions, or is it just usually...
No, I've thought about doing that. Have you seen those guys that wear like the cameras on their chest and like they go take portraits of people in the street?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that, but I haven't actually
Dude, that'd be nuts, huh?
done it yet.
What
Like Taylor on 6, dude.
Taylor on 6, dude.
Just
That's
like after the shows.
There we go,
crazy.
dude. What's like the best story you think you've heard from one of the homeless people? Like, what do they tell you? They tell you their life, or like, do they tell you?
I mean, usually like those like kind of talk about their day. I met that one dude. I can't remember his name. He's a black guy. He's like an artist. He draws with pens. He always draws people's portraits. You've probably seen him around.
Oh, yeah.
He was just telling me. I asked him where he was from, and then he was like, "I'm originally from heaven, but my mother blessed me into Chicago."
Whoa!
And I was just like, I've never heard that question answered like
Holy
that.
shit, dude!
I really liked it.
I would have been like, "Come with me. We're going to a college. You're going to speak to students, dude."
He was a nice guy. He was cool.
Dude, I'm from heaven, but my mother blessed me into Chicago.
He was like 60 years old.
Dude, that's such a fucking old black dudes are the coolest. They say the coolest shit,
He like
don't
drew
they?
my portrait in a couple minutes. It was sweet.
Dude, that's so cool, man. And you're like, he's like, yeah, good, but don't touch me. But no, here's $1. Yeah, don't.
Usually a fist bump.
Yeah, like, I like eye contact. We'll do eye contact, dude.
Yeah.
Man, it's always, dude. I have a soft spot in my heart for like homeless people, right? Like I'm like, man, I mean, this person's just down to their luck. But also, it is the fastest turn of like, no, fuck you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's like I'll be like, hey man, like someone's like, yeah man, you got $1. I'll be like, yeah, I got $1. They're like, hurry up! And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm not gonna give it to you now, you asshole.
I hate it when they're like, do you got $1? I'm like, no, but I'll buy you some food. And
Yeah.
They're like, no, I don't want any food. I'm like, well, then no.
Then what the fuck are we doing here, dude? Yeah.
Can't do it. The
Exactly.
other day, I was walking down 6 going to Vulcan, and there was this lady. She just comes up to me. I was holding a slice of pizza, and she's like, please, in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, man, I just please have a bite of that food. A single bite. And I was just like, I like couldn't help. I was like, here, just take
Take the whole fucking
I was
thing.
just like,
What psycho would just be like, yeah, sure, here.
Just like,
And
take
just
one bite.
Take a bite. And be like, thanks, bitch.
take
You
it,
just
bite
eat
the
it.
crust, please. Don't bite where I'm eating.
No. Peel it off. Peel it off. Don't
just
bite.
rip it in half.
Oh,
There's some
my
things
God.
people say where I'm like, okay, I gotta help this person. There's
Yeah.
other times I'm like, you're just fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, that happened to me one time. I was I like those shawarma trucks, but it's like the rice and shit.
Yeah.
So I was leaving. I was a little drunk. I was leaving, and I was like, man, I'm hungry.
Going to your Uber.
I was going to my Uber. Right. I was actually walking home 35 miles. I do it every day, and I was eating at this little food truck, and this dude walks up and goes, man, he's like, brother, is that good? I was like, it's really good, man. He goes, man, I'd be really appreciative if you bought me one. And I was like, you know what, man, if you don't mind, you can have the rest of this. He goes, you serious? I was like, yeah. He goes, thank you, brother. Thank you. He goes, you need anything? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck
what can he give you?
could give me, but I was like,
Herpes?
no, man. He's like, you want some fentanyl? I'm like, nah, brother. I'm all good on the fenny. Thank you, brother. Dude, I almost pulled a gun on a homeless dude earlier this week on 6th Street.
What do you do?
Dude, just standing there, right? Asian. No, I'm just kidding. But I was driving from Funniest Person in Austin. Didn't make it past the next round. Kind of sad.
What the fuck?
And I stopped at Creek in the Cave, And this is the first time this ever happened to me. I stopped at Creek in the Cave. There is a parking spot right in front of it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I back in. I'm on.
My bike wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Dude, I back in. I'm on the phone with my mom. And I get out. And I see this dude like kind of by my truck. And I'm like, all right. I'm literally at my tailgate on the phone with my mom. And this dude is just like looking in my truck. And he hasn't like touched it. He's not doing anything weird. And then out of nowhere, he just goes and starts grabbing the handle and starts trying to fucking open it. I'm like, bitch, you just...
still in there?
No, I'm
you're
standing.
at the back.
I'm standing at the back right. I'm like, dude, you just saw me get out of this motherfucker. So I get out and I just fucking yell. I'm like, hey, get the fuck away from my truck, dude. And he was like, started talking to me in Spanish. And I was just like, hey, ¿dónde está la biblioteca aquí? All right. And he got away quick. So
yeah, the library got him.
What?
The library got him.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But no, it was crazy though, dude. I was like, dude, how blatant you have to be to like watch somebody get out of their truck and then be like,
yeah, he's just K-holed out. Dude. He's fucking gone.
I don't know about K-hole, dude. He's fucking on a fentanyl hole.
Probably not. Probably on something.
I don't know, dude. Ever since Joey told me about fentanyl, it just seems like a good time. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Dude, everybody I know that's done fentanyl.
Yeah.
Everybody I know that's done fentanyl have been
Fentanyl rules.
Fentanyl fucking rules, dude.
The only time I had fentanyl was when I was in the fucking ER after my motorcycle accident.
Yeah, I bet it helped your ass,
in
dude.
the ambulance, bro. That shit, no. That was crazy.
I asked a comic here in town. He told me that he had like a real long history with drugs, and I was like, "Oh, you ever done fentanyl?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "How good is it?" He goes, "It's like God kissing you." I was like, "Don't tell me that."
I hate the way people
dude.
describe that shit. They're always like, "It's bliss. It's fucking the best thing ever."
Someone said
almost died, but
dude,
you know.
Yeah, dude, someone told me one time heroin's like your mother's hug, and I was like,
"Oh my god."
Oh
my
my!
dead.
I know, dude. Holy shit! I'm like, dude, whatever you do, don't tell Taylor Thompson that he's gonna be a heroin
trying to
addict.
see my mom. That's so bad.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, they told me that, and I was like, that is fucking incredible, dude.
Oh.
Holy shit! All right, so you're a photographer. You've had a weird life, a little bit.
Yeah, I've done a lot of different shit.
So you've worked in the service industry at like high-end restaurants, fancy gourmet restaurants, right? Mm-hmm. You've got a history of mechanicking.
Yep.
That's kind of how
cars.
Yeah, that's kind of how we became friends. And then photography. You play pool. You were a college baseball player for a while.
Well, I was supposed to be a college baseball player.
Right.
I tore my labrum, did all the surgery.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. I was throwing like 80 when I was 16.
That's incredible, dude.
And then fucked my shit up.
Damn, dude.
Couldn't do it no more.
Damn, been in 2 motorcycle accidents.
Yep, survived them both.
Holy shit, dude.
It's like you're meeting his family on Thanksgiving.
Dude, he's literally like pitching me he's like wing-banging me, right?
Yeah, I'm over here like, I got this, dude. I got this. This is my buddy Taylor, okay? You're
and
gonna
I was
love
a
him.
rapper, dude. You forgot that.
Fuck! Dude,
I was a rapper for 5 years.
This is like a prime example of like when he just says shit that you're like, wait, what? We were at the corner store earlier picking up beers, the ones you didn't want. Remember that? And
that I wasn't offered.
Okay. Oh, now it's I wasn't offered. A minute ago, you're like, I don't want a beer.
I was just telling you I didn't want one, just in case you were going to eventually offer me one.
He wasn't.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It's okay, dude. You're still a
cool.
gracious host.
Yeah, I'm having a great time hosting this thing. Or doing it for
Oh,
you.
yeah, getting paid for it. Anyway, doing your fucking job, Joey.
Making an hour's worth of work.
Yeah, dude, it's okay. So we were at the corner store, and I was looking for a pair of sunglasses because I just broke mine. And I find a pair of those like John Lennon's, you know, like the little circle ones. And Taylor goes, "Oh, I used to wear those on stage when I was a rapper." And I'm like, I forgot you were a fucking rapper. You were like you put out some good shit though, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I did shows for like 5 years. I did like 1 or 2 a month. And then the last show I did, I opened for Riff Raff. Yeah. I did a show. I only did like a guest song during a set, but I performed with Afro Man. That was pretty cool. He was on the same show. I was supposed to do some other, like, we used to get shows canceled because of fucking cold in South Dakota. Like, touring acts would come through and I would open for them. Some people couldn't come. It was like 2 feet of snow.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's a little less impressive now that you did that in South Dakota because
it was like Minnesota too and other places.
Yeah. Oh, well, dude, Minnesota's got a good rap scene, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Atmosphere, Prof, Slug, man.
Still open for Riff Raff. It's something.
That's great. No,
fucking
dude, that's
dick.
Fucking awesome.
Fucking jerk.
What, dude? I'm fucking telling you, it's
be
cool.
A firefighter or something?
Yeah, you probably were the only rapper in South Dakota.
No, there's actually where I'm from, Sioux Falls in Minneapolis. This like a lot of the things interconnect there. Like a lot of the people from Minneapolis go back and forth.
How far is that of a distance?
It's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, so it's like here in Dallas.
I mean, Sioux Falls, it's like 200-some thousand people there. It's not tiny. It's not big though. But
yeah, dude. You know what's funny is like because Albuquerque is the biggest city where I'm from, and that's like, and to me, I'm like, that's a lot. That's a big city, Albuquerque. But then I come here and I'm like, oh, there's more people in Austin than there is in my whole fucking home state.
Like where I went to high school, the town was like 10,000 people. It was
Yeah,
small.
same. Yeah, nothing, dude.
There's nothing to fucking do there. Oh, you just work and drink and work on cars.
I think that's why.
That's it.
I think that's why me and you became friends so easily, because I think we grew up very similarly.
Yeah.
Of like growing up in just a shitty little country town.
You were just in like the cowboy shit, and I was just in the dirt track shit.
Dude, we would put dude, there was a dirt track in my hometown. I knew a lot of dudes that, well, like trucks were really big where I'm from. Everybody had like
Small
nobody.
dicks.
What?
Everybody had small
Boomers.
dicks.
Everybody had, that goes without saying, guys. Come on, dude. But like everybody, like where I'm from, we all had shitty trucks. Like none of us could afford a brand new dually or a brand new, diesel or anything like that. So we all had like these shitty hand-me-downs.
Hand-me-downs.
Like my first truck was a 2001 Dodge that I bought from my uncle, for like $2,000 or whatever.
I was gonna
But
say cousin, but uncle.
same person.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
it's kind of funny, dude. People ask me like, "Oh, do you know about cars?" And I'm like, "A little bit. I'm not like a performance guy, but I can fix a lot on a vehicle." And they're like, and people are like, "How do you like?" It comes from owning shitty cars.
Yeah, you just had to fix them.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was a kid, my first car was a 71 Chrysler Newport. And I was
Yeah.
driving into high school, winter and everything. And there'd be times I would drive to school, drive home, something would break. And then I'd have to spend all night fixing it just so I go to school the next day.
Oh yeah,
It was like it wouldn't run.
yeah, and
all the time.
And if you couldn't get it running, you were fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to hope of friends driving by your house to pick you up or
Yeah.
some shit.
There was many times where I called a buddy and I was like, "Hey, dude, my truck broke down. I might need to call you in the morning. Just like have your phone near you." And it always kind of worked out. Joe, did you ever
Do anything cool?
you work on cars like that?
No, I don't work on cars.
Anyway, so Taylor,
No, I did. If you want to talk about working on drums, we can talk about that.
What the
but
fuck is that? Like
Like
drum
a-
breaks?
Like a
No,
musical
I know.
instrument.
oh okay, the musical instrument, the drums.
You tune them and shit?
Yeah.
Get 'em nice
we
and
would
tight?
do big circles. We'd summon the rain. We'd do all kinds of things. with
Oh,
them,
okay.
Are you native?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, 100%.
What tribe?
100%.
The bullshit people? Yeah. The fucking the bullshit-a-ho? Is that what you're
Yeah.
with, dude?
At least say real things.
What do you mean?
You're just making up shit,
I'm
dude.
not making up shit. No,
Yeah?
I did work on drums a lot though. First kid.
You
was-
did rain dances?
No, we didn't really do rain dances. That's where the bit started.
Yeah.
We would do. My brother owned a Slingerland drum set,
Ooh.
and I would take it apart and paint it and do all kinds of fun shit.
that's
with it,
Oh, that's
like
sick,
rebuild
dude.
it. It was
You could
fun.
go work at like Guitar Center or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was too afraid of anything. She'd be like, "Cars are too heavy. If that falls on you, you'll die, and I don't want you near that." And so I wasn't allowed to do cool shit.
My dad used to like run my foot over and shit all the time. They
Yeah.
didn't care about none of that shit.
Yeah, no. Overprotected mom. She called me the other day, told me to chew my food. So
What the fuck? Do you have like a history of choking all the time? Like, what?
I've never choked before.
That's the most random. Well, don't
Yeah.
forget to chew your
She's like, "Well,
food.
you know how it is, Joe." No, I don't know how it is.
We know you get excited.
Oh my god.
Get a fucking hot dog in front of me.
Oh my god,
God.
dude! My favorite thing was like growing up, and I was doing something with my dad. He goes, "No, this is real dangerous. Don't ever do this." But I'm gonna do it. And you're like, "Well, I'm obviously gonna do it the second you fucking
Yeah.
leave." You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know, man. It's kind of like what was the name of your hometown?
Sioux Falls and then Brandon. It was like Brandon was where I went to high school, and then Sioux Falls was like the big town. They were like 10 minutes apart from each
Oh
other.
fuck yeah,
So we
dude!
were like right in the middle.
Dude, okay, let me paint the picture for you. Friday night, school year, high school. What are you doing on like a Friday night in Brandon?
Dude, if I was like a senior in high school, we're fucking going out to the end of Highway 11 with all the fast cars and we're street racing.
Fuck yeah, dude!
That's literally
That's
it.
so fun, dude.
It was this road that wasn't finished yet. It's finished now, which
Yeah.
sucks. But you go all the way to the end and it just ends as dirt. So like, and then it's like two sides. So if the cops ever came, slowest person got pulled over.
Yeah.
And I had the fastest car. So
That's
it
great.
didn't matter.
Dude,
We'd
there
have
was-
like 20 cars out there. It'd be great.
There was a group of dudes at my high school that they all super big car guys, right? And one of them, like I guess they're like pseudo leader. His name was Rick. Everybody called him Slick Rick. Everybody called him Slick. Like, what up, Slick, dude? Slick drove a '90s 5.0 Mustang, dude. It was,
Some of those are fast.
dude, it was
Some
fucking,
of
it
those
was
are
quick,
fast.
dude. It was fast as fuck. But dude, they would always be at the park, and they'd always like back their shit in, and like it'd be like,
And they just hang.
dude, and they would just, it was
just
just a
post
hang,
up
and they
hard.
would just smoke or they would do whatever, dude. And then the cops would show up and then fuck, hassle them or whatever. But Every once in a while, somebody would roll up and be like, "Hey, bro, I heard you got a fast truck or whatever, right?" It's like, let's look, be like, "Fuck yeah, maybe, bro." He was just so cool. He was like 30 in high school, which was fucking nuts. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was the janitor. That
was a basketball coach, dude.
Assistant.
Dude, did you ever have any scandals in high school?
Scandals?
Yeah, like teachers banging kids or
no.
No?
But I don't. Yeah, I don't think there was.
Dude, it seemed like it didn't matter every fucking year.
It was like people getting pregnant and stuff.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, like small town shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think there was no teacher. There was this one time. It's not a teacher, but it was a police officer.
Okay, way worse.
I was working. He didn't fuck nobody. I was working.
You sound like his lawyer. Like, he didn't fuck nobody. All right, nobody got fucking pregnant.
I was working at this campground. And we were doing this like ceramics thing, and there was this like clear coat stuff. You had to spray paint over the stuff. And the guy comes up to me and he's like, people like take that stuff and huff it, right? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, they like take it, they spray it in a bag, they hold it for like 3 seconds, and then you puff it up and you blow it in, you inhale it, and you hold. I'm like, this guy sounds like he does this shit. Like, it sounds like he's describing how he does it.
Yeah.
6 months later, he got fucking arrested on drug charges and for like drug usage and stealing drugs from the police station.
That's so fucking awesome.
And that was the dude like at the baseball games.
Yeah,
like,
that was like the high school liaison.
Yeah, that was
officer,
like Timmy's dad.
Dude, we had this one officer. So I mean, at our high school we had 2 officers, but one, I can't remember his name, but this dude would steal your snuff, and if you had Copenhagen straight, he would steal it. He'd see the ring in your pocket and be like, "Hey, come here. Is that snuff in your pocket?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." And you pull it out. If it was like snuff, what we chewed, he'd be like, "Put in your backpack." But if it was straight, he'd be like, "I'll take this," and he would
just
fucking
saving money.
Yeah, and he would just steal our cans of snuff, dude. I'd be fucking pissed. He also would bring a goddamn golden retriever to school, and he would tell us that it was all a drug dog.
And it's just a
And
regular
we found
dog.
out years later it was just his fucking dog that he brought to school, dude.
Nobody was bringing weed nowhere,
dude.
bro. That's
I can't
so
remember
funny.
his, Patterson or whatever the fuck his last name was, but they'd be like, "Hey, Patterson's brought his, he's got his drug dog."
The
here."
dog's like eating the trash.
Yeah, dude. It's the most, now looking back on it, it was the most ill-behaved drug dog. It was just fucking like barking at students.
Why
and
is there
shit.
shit in the hallway?
Yeah, they're pissing on the principal and stuff like that. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my God. I feel like there was a lot of, I feel like we had a couple scandals in high school. Like coaches trying to hook up with students or fucking whatever, dude. It seems like all that shit always happens in small towns.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get away with shit in a small town, dude.
No.
No. Fuck no.
One time was cool, like, because I used to have, like, the chief of police was, like, my old baseball coach.
Yeah.
And that was, like, when we were way younger, and he always knew me from that. So if I was ever doing illegal shit with people, he'd be like, "Oh, Thompson's here? Oh, they're fine. They're not doing anything. I know he doesn't do anything." Like, no matter what was going on.
Oh, dude. That was another cool thing about growing up in my place, dude, is my sister was very, very good friends with the chief of police's daughter. Mm-hmm. So when we all, everybody knew each other.
Did you get her, dude? Did you get in there?
Dude, she was so tall. She was like 6'2".
Yeah, if they're taller, it sucks.
Yeah, I'm over here like, puppies.
You don't line up and shit's all weird.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, but I remember one time we got snowed in because like where I'm from, their snow's really bad.
No.
And so we got snowed in, and we had to stay at their house. And I remember I was telling him, I was like, "Man, I've always wanted a Glock 23." And he was like, "Oh, I got one." And I go, "Man."
You shot him?
I was like, "Yeah, I shot him for it. I killed him for it. Don't interrupt." But he was like, but I was like, "Man, I've always wanted one of these." I was like 19. He goes, "Here, just take this one." He just gave it to me, and he was like,
"Damn."
He was like, "Pay me like $450." And I was like, "Okay, well here." I could try to give it back. I was like, "Here, I'll get the money together. I'll bring it to you." He's like, "No, just pay me what you can when you can." Like just such cool
He's
small
like,
town.
"I'll see you."
Yeah, and I paid him like fucking every week. I brought him like $100, or whatever for my
for 4.5 weeks.
Well, you're good. Wow, Taylor, you're good at math, dude.
Final
Let's
payment
see.
was on a Wednesday.
Final payment was on a Wednesday. Oh man, but no, I just thought like that's so cool. I love telling people those stories about growing up in like a small town, and they're like, "Man, nothing like that ever happened."
Like, remember how easy it was to like borrow your homie's car everybody was always like, "Oh, let me hop in. Wait, let me
Yeah,
take
dude.
this. I gotta go do this. I gotta go to the store." Everybody's like throwing their keys at you and shit.
Oh, dude, my thing would be, you'd be at like a
Like if someone's car was in the way, they'd be like, "Just take mine."
yeah, dude, my thing, you'd be at a party and everybody's drunk and someone's like, well, someone needs to go find more beer. And they're like, take my truck. And you just throw it and catch it and you're like, don't wreck it.
You go outside, you're like, "Which fucking
Yeah,
truck
you're
is
like, where the fuck
There's
is it?
10
dude?"
trucks out there.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I remember if you had a girlfriend in high school, which I didn't, because I was a fucking loser. We'll edit that out.
I used to get caught with the blankets in the back.
Oh,
Like I would
yeah.
hang out with my high school girlfriend and be
Yeah,
in the back,
dude.
you know, and they'd be like, "Why is there blankets back?" I don't know. I was washing them.
You're watching with the bed of your car? I don't know. I
Took
don't
them
know.
to the laundromat.
Laundromat, dude. Oh man, guys, I'm here to talk to you about my friends over at Texas Hill Country Provisions. They're doing something really cool for local independent Texas artists here in their studio at the Chill Country Studio in Austin, Texas. They're giving them a platform to showcase their talents and get discovered and let people find out about them. And they are sponsoring my podcast, and I am grateful for them. And guys, they also have a line of full spectrum, organic, clean THC gummies that are not only awesome, but they're also delicious. They have a great line of hats and shirts that are all designed by them here in their studio. Go online, check them out at thcprovisions.com/Mav for a special discount code. And also, go check them out on Instagram at Texas Hill Country Provisions and Chill Country TX. Go support them. Thank you so much. Dude, but I'd always see like, I could tell if a girl was dating a dude because she would be driving his truck around and just horse beating the fuck out of it,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Just
Every curb.
dude.
Just fucking.
I rodeoed with this one family and their dad, he gave me one of my first jobs in construction, but he was a big car guy, loved to drag race, like loved racing and shit like that. Really knowledgeable. He helped me fix my water pump one time. I thought that was cool. But he helped his stepson build this fucking, I think it's an 87, step-side Chevy, jacked up, red, beautiful truck. And he was dating this girl, and it was dude, she would just dump the clutch everywhere the fuck she went. She would just be like, she'd be at Sonic. She'd be like, can I get a cherry limeade? And just fucking.
Just rip it.
Just rip it everywhere,
God,
dude.
that poor
And finally someone was like, Wyatt, your girlfriend's going to fuck up your transmission, dude. What are you doing? It was always so funny whenever you'd see a dude. Because you could tell somebody was fucking somebody if they were driving somebody else's car.
They're wearing their ring around their
Yeah,
neck or
dude.
some
Wearing
shit.
wearing his
Graduation
Letterman
ring.
jacket and shit. I'm like, you guys are fucking gay, dude. Fucking.
That's why you didn't have a girlfriend. You have one of those jackets. It's all about the jacket.
Taylor, so.
First of all, Mavericks had plenty of letters from men. First of all, let's start there.
Why the fuck are you my fucking producer, dude? What the shit? Just roast-a-mania in here.
Yeah, just one letter at a time.
Oh my god. Oh man, dude, it was
It's like the Riddler, dude.
dude. So both of my sisters played softball, and they lettered in softball, and then I lettered in rodeo and
In high school,
yeah,
rodeo was a sport.
yeah. I'm a
Dude, they didn't even do that in South Dakota.
yeah, because you guys are gay.
They had like barrel racing and shit, but I don't think it was a part of the school.
So we had a high school rodeo team, and when I was a senior, we won state. So that was kind of cool. And
Against how many?
against 20, 30 different teams, probably.
That's good,
in all of New Mexico. Yeah.
I
So
thought I was gonna say like 2 or 3.
can I tell my fucking story now, dude? Anyway,
Yo, who is this guy?
He didn't even know.
who the fuck is
He
you?
had no fucking clue what it was.
Dude, every time I see you, it's dark as fuck.
I know, and I'm always hiding behind a camera, so
Yeah.
it's a little different.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
You and Kyle kind of look alike.
Kyle Post?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Honestly, me, Georgia, and Kyle kind of look similar. It's kind of bad.
There's no, you don't, dude. What are you talking about?
It's just the dark hair.
you guys dark hair and beards. That's technically you
dark-
two fucking look alike.
Because there were weeks where I'd see Kyle and I'd go, man, he looks strong, dude. And it was just you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Joe.
Dude, that's not a compliment. What
Yeah,
are you
dude.
doing here,
Looking
dude?
strong.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Can you tell your fucking story, Maverick? I'm trying to hear this shit.
Are you fucking done chiming in, talking about how you look like another guy? You fucking idiot. Oh man. Oh, dude. I don't know. It's a dumb fucking story, but it was one of those things. Like, did you have a Letterman jacket?
I did for baseball.
So I had a letter for rodeo, then I had a letter for wrestling, and both of my sisters had Letterman jackets, and I was like, Mom, I really want a Letterman jacket. She was like, She's like, your fucking sisters don't even. She's like, just wear your sisters. I was like, what?
It's the other way around.
Yeah, she's like, she's like, take the fucking letters off and wear your fucking sisters. I was like,
They just didn't want to pay for it.
well, my mom was like, I already bought 2 of these goddamn things and they don't fucking wear theirs. Why would you wear your, I was like,
But you have 3 kids.
yeah. I was like, yeah, you're right. I never got a class ring, never did a Leatherman jacket.
I didn't think I did the ring either. I was like, this is stupid.
I was gonna do one, then I asked a buddy. I was like, "How much was that?" He's like, "Oh, it was like $2,000." I was like, "Fuck that!"
Some
dude.
of them I thought they were like $200.
I might have been 200. Might as well have been $2 fucking grand to me in high school. Shit.
I know, you bought that gun for $450 though.
Which one? I was 19. I was already out of high school whenever I bought that gun.
Shit ain't adding up, Maverick. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, but yeah, dude. I really enjoyed growing up in a small. I don't know about you, man, but I really enjoyed growing up in a small town. It's a cool way to grow up,
It's nice to a point, but like at least where I'm from, like anytime you try to do anything creative, they're like, "This is like you should be a welder. You should work on cars. You should do this. You should, They're always trying to like push you away from shit."
So I got put into theater like when I was in high school, and I fucking loved it. I thought it was really cool, and I even did like a production at my school, and I thought it was. But I was so nervous about like my sports friends or rodeo friends are gonna be like, "You're in a fucking play, dude."
Yeah.
You have to suck a dude off at the end or
Just
something.
beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, yeah. But
With your makeup on.
yeah, dude, I'm over here like, hey, you stop. But it is like that is like kind of the bad part about growing up because we kind of grew up in that era of if you did that
judgy.
stuff. Very judgy.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like I don't think they give a fuck. But
That's like when all like the cyberbullying shit was going like first fucking.
yeah, dude,
Like,
people
actually
fucking messaging you
people
like you
getting
should
sad.
kill yourself. I'm like, oh, I should. What? I should.
I remember that was something that happened in high school. There would be times where people would get like picked on like Facebook or shit, and they would have to like make like announcements to like not fucking whatever. I don't even know. Like be nice on
you're like,
Facebook.
Guys, today's lunch schedule.
like over the PA system.
Meatball and spaghetti, and stop telling your classmates to kill themselves.
Quit bullying Stephanie. I mean, your fellow classmates.
We all know Stephanie's a fucking bitch, but leave her alone.
Did you guys ever have where you'd all meet in the gym and they would
Oh,
like,
the assemblies
they'd
and
be
shit.
like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yes.
stop with but this is an example."
And they'd bring in
Yeah.
like a depressed person, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, "I was bullied."
Yep.
And someone's like, fucking nerd.
They would do the 2-for-1. Then it would become like the drug awareness one.
Yeah.
And they would do like an anti-smoking thing, and they bring in a dude with like half a jaw. Like
Yeah.
that's what they always did in South Dakota. Is like talking out of the thing in his
Oh,
neck
dude.
and stuff.
They tried to show us that shit, and we would just be passing our cans of snuff to each other, be like, you want a dip? Oh,
It's
man.
crazy.
That was great. Did you smoke in high school?
No,
No?
I didn't.
Dude, I didn't start smoking cigarettes till college. And I fucking love them. They're so good.
I have to be.
They're so good.
Really
dude.
upset
I miss
to
them.
smoke a cigarette.
I want one right now. I want a cigarette right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should probably get one. Do it. I don't know why we're whispering.
Should we have a cigarette?
Do it.
Should we have a little cigarette?
Joe, you can't have a beer.
I have one left, and it's not for Joey, dude. Joey, do you want?
I knew I was gonna get off. Of it. I knew. That's why I said so. I wanted to say something.
Joey,
in
would
the
you like
beginning.
this last course banquet?
No, I'm doing low carbs right now. I don't want a beer.
See,
Oh, so you've
that's
just
the
been a
only
cunt for
reason.
no fucking
He just
reason, dude?
wanted to tell us that he was doing low carbs.
You
That was the
piece of
only
shit,
fucking
dude.
reason
I wanted him
he
to
wanted us
offer
to.
me one. Last time your dad brought me a fucking hat.
And you're not wearing it.
You don't even offer me a drink.
I brought you a drink the other day, and you said you didn't even like it. You didn't even like it,
I'm
dude.
feeling pretty bullied right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you know what to
Guys,
do.
be nice.
Well, you know what to do, Status Taylor. You know what to do then.
Dude, just wait till fucking Twitter finds out about this.
Dude,
I don't even know what Twitter is, dude.
gonna hear
You
about
mean
this at
X?
school next week.
Oh man. Oh Jesus Christ.
What are you Mavsplaining? What it's like to be a depressed 30-year-old? The whole episode's about fucking high school. What are we doing here?
Let the
Dude,
man
you
live,
guys are-
dude.
You want to talk about
Let the man live.
starting football or whatever next? Like fucking,
I didn't play football, dude.
that was baseball.
Baseball.
Anyway,
This is a great time. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm
This
happy
is
to be-
really fun.
I'm happy to be here too. Sorry, my producer's a piece of shit.
I feel very safe.
Oh man,
right now.
you were trying to tell me the other day how you got into photography. You just kind of like
I just started,
You just
yeah.
kind of picked up a camera,
I was
right?
like 16. And I just got a camera and I just walked around with it. Did a lot of street photography. I was doing like portraits for people. And then I just did, went from there.
Do you remember a time whenever you first started and you were like, "Oh, I'm good at this"? Like the first picture you took that edited.
Fucking
And,
first one ever.
all right,
No, I'm kidding.
Fucking
It was
dial
just
it back,
after, it
dude.
was like, I was trying to do a lot more like artsy stuff.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of like winter shots. I would like hang off of buildings. I would like climb up fire escapes and get crazy shitty shots like that. And like I feel like then was I was like, all right, this is like pretty good.
Dude, that's
It's like a couple years in. When I like kind of like really figured out all like how to work a camera, different like all the settings for everything.
Dude, I've always been a huge fan of photography, and they offered a photography class when I was in high school. Sorry to talk about high school again, Joe, you piece of shit. But dude, I always wanted to do it. I've always like had like a big interest in it, but I've never really known how to get started. But
I never took any of the classes.
yeah, that's what you're telling me.
I just did it.
Yeah, that kind of made me want to like kind of get into it and be like, oh, this is cool. You know,
just got to get a camera, put it in manual mode, and force yourself to figure out how to make shit look good.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
You just play with the shutter and exposure, ISO, all that. You make it look right. Play with the color temps.
Dude, I heard this story the other day that kind of reminded me of you. It was like this.
Oh, you're thinking about me?
I was thinking about you, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're my buddy. It was this college photography professor, and he gave his students one assignment for the year. He's like, I'll teach you guys how to do photography and stuff, but I'm gonna give you guys one assignment. And he took the class and split it up in half. And he said, half of you, group A, I want you to take one picture and submit one picture to me at the end of the year, and I'm gonna
For the whole year?
For the whole year.
Damn.
And he's like, and I am going to, judge your abilities on this one picture. And then he took the other half and he goes, I want you to take as many pictures as you can, put it in an album, and I'm going to judge your photography off that album, and I will, pick my favorite out of that. And what he realized is like the people that he gave like that creative freedom to of like, take as many as you can. He said the best pictures from the class were from that group because they were trying different shit. They were doing, different lenses, different colors and shit like that. And then these other people were so preoccupied.
I was so fixated on that perfect shot.
Yeah, and maybe that's why you're such a good photographer, because you weren't put in that box right away of like, this is how you do it, this is the rules and all this stuff, and you just kind of had to go figure it out. And I've seen some of your work, dude. It's fucking awesome. You have a print that I want to buy from you. It's you offering a cigarette to
the one to the baby.
To a baby. Yeah, dude. I don't know why.
That was in South Dakota too.
I'll put it up here on the podcast, but it's just
that's my most sold one. Everybody loves that picture. It's like my biggest one.
Because you have like your hand, you have like your rose tattoo in it, and you're holding the pack of cigarettes, and it's all they can see it, but yeah, I'd love that how it's just your hand offering it to him.
It was I was there with my buddies. We were like taking photos, and then my friend Jared had his daughter there, and I was doing it to my buddy Drake. I was like, oh, this is kind of like a cool perspective. And then the little baby was wandering around. I'm like, this is way edgier. Like,
this is way
giving a cigarette to a child.
Oh man, dude, some of the coolest like photos I've ever seen are like rodeo photography.
Oh, just people getting bucked.
Dude, like
whipped.
I've seen some shit. So usually at every rodeo there's
clowns.
There's a clown. Yeah. There's also a dude that interrupts. You should start going to him.
Dude, I'm gonna fight you after this.
All right, dude. We'll fucking get black eyes and go watch a band. I don't give a fuck.
Sick. We're gonna get black guys and go watch a band.
Yeah, we'll just take some of the ones you take pictures of, dude, and we'll see if they want to go to a band, dude.
We got a couple on the block.
But there's always a photography company at every rodeo that's around, and it never failed. Every time I'd go in there to go see my photos from a rodeo, I would always kind of scroll through like other ones too. And dude, you would see dudes just like midair, and just cool, just the coolest fucking pictures ever, dude. And I don't know, man. I always thought that was just such a cool medium of art.
Sports and stuff like that is always dope because there's just so much movement and like so much actually happening. Like, any sport at all, like just people like shooting or kicking, like they get angry, they're aggressive, like they're flying, they're running as fast as they can, they're hanging on for dear life, whatever. It's like a lot of energy,
Dude, another one. I have a buddy who's he's like a self-taught journalist. His name's Otto Robbie. He's very, very talented photographer. If you guys have a chance, go check him out. But this dude went to Ukraine whenever the war started and went over there and started taking war shots. And he has a whole book of like just pictures he's taken in Ukraine of like burned down tanks and soldiers and shit like that. Crazy. And it's like, it's kind of incredible, not to get all fucking gay and deep. It's so incredible to me how just like the perspective behind the camera can capture that moment in time that it makes you like, photography is some of the only art that's ever made me feel like a certain way about something.
Somebody was just asking me about pictures the other day, and they're like, I was just explaining. I was like, any motherfucker with a camera can take a picture. It's about like capturing the emotion in the moment. Like,
Right.
That's like the whole purpose of taking that picture. It's not just a shoot and click. You know.
Like, and this might be kind of too deep or whatever, but like the picture of you offering that cigarette to that baby is like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, dude, that's like she is like innocence incarnate, and you are either like temptation or like the dark side or badness or whatever, like offering her like, hey, it's just a cigarette, but this is where it starts. You know what I mean?
It's like pure evil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like pure evil.
Evil.
You know, it's like a hand with a tattoo and, the cigarette and stuff, and you're offering it to this child.
I'm
and
like
you're-
pushing it out of the
Yeah,
box.
you're like, come on, I'll fucking light it for you. Let's go, dude.
She smoked the whole pack.
Did she? Fucking, that's just a South Dakota child right there, dude. That's just what they do.
That was her initiation.
Oh my god, dude.
She's
like,
short as fuck now.
have you ever thought about? She drives a semi truck now. That's crazy, dude.
She's only 12.
She's got the youngest person to have a CDL in South Dakota.
Second youngest.
Second youngest. Dude, have you ever thought about like painting or anything like that?
I used to draw a lot.
Really?
When I was younger, I would draw all the time. I was pretty good at it, but I couldn't ever actually draw something like without a reference. So I felt like I was like, I need to like look at something and then do it. But I don't know. I want to start like how you're talking about your buddy with journalism. I want to do like photo books.
That would
Like,
be
I want
cool.
to find like some type, like even like if I followed around like graffiti artists, that's something I've been thinking about. I keep seeing these like separate tags over Austin where there's like 50 or 100 of them. I'm like, if I could find like these guys,
This fucking dude,
like that
yeah,
one
yeah.
dude, and like follow him around, because there's so much time and effort inside of all that, like tagging that much, or just like things like that, like even like that Bike Riders movie where they follow around like a bike club.
Yeah.
Because that movie's based off a photo book.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's based off a dude interviewing the Vandals in Chicago.
I want to do shit like that.
So, dude, one of my favorite
Not to copy stuff, but
I mean,
think it'd be a cool perspective.
art imitates light.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but dude, one of
Did
my
you say light?
life.
Oh. I thought you said
Life?
light. I thought you said light.
One of my favorite things is
Great client content.
yeah, it was going really good until Joey started fucking talking, huh? Anyway, so when I first dropped out of college, I moved back to Oklahoma, and I would have to drive to New Mexico to go see my mom. And when you're driving through West Texas, there's a lot of trains, right? A lot of like, and I used to love seeing the fucking graffiti on the side of these trains, and I would just think to myself like, dude, how much time that took.
Yeah.
And for some, dude, I love photos of like, of just like old graffiti or just kind of that street art and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I think that'd be a really cool thing if you try to do that, dude. Try to find those graffiti artists to.
My plan is I'm going to try to get like 50 photos of his tag.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a big post and be like, somebody fucking find this guy. And then I'm going to like link up with him and try to like, as I'm starting to collect them as I see him around, because they're all over the city. This one, Stench, is the one I'm following.
Stench, huh?
Stench. It's everywhere.
Dude,
I see it all the
why
time.
the fuck dude, graffiti artists always have the funniest
it's cool,
fucking
bro.
names. Like, yo, what's up? My name's Taz.
Have you heard Maddie Stew's joke about the graffiti on trains?
No.
He says something about like when he's tripping on LSD and he was looking at a train. He's like, how the fuck did they keep up with that train? How did they do that? And then somebody's like, oh, they do it when they're sitting still, stupid. And he's like, well, why is there no graffiti on planes? Explain that.
That's such a good fucking joke, dude. Oh my god.
This shit kills me.
Dude, I had that, dude, I don't know why, but I think I had that thought one time too of driving. Because I'm like driving next to the train as it's moving. I'm like, man, that dude had to do it on the back of a truck or something. I just like, can you imagine just
Like a semi, like
just
just
so-
hanging on the highway.
yeah, dude, a good buddy of mine, Zach Abeda, he's very like, he's like a b-boy, and he like break dances and does a lot of graffiti and stuff, and it's kind of so interesting to me because we'll just be like chilling at his house, and he always has a sketchbook.
Yeah.
He's a comic now, but he always has a sketchbook, and he's always just throwing tags and throwies or hand styles or whatever, and it's just so interesting to me that I'm like, damn, that's so funny that you can just do
A
that.
lot of my buddies used to tag stuff in Minneapolis too.
Yeah.
We would sometimes we'd like walk to a bar and my buddy would have all his paint pens and shit and we would just tag up an entire bus stop.
Yeah.
Just like the whole thing. We would spend 5 minutes and run away.
Oh my god, dude.
They would clean that shit up so fast. It was so annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like they'll clean it up fast, but then it's like, oh, they just gave us a fresh canvas.
Yeah, true.
Like
they're like, that was bad. Try again.
yeah, like yo, your hand style's trash, Playboy. Try that shit again. But
Sharpen up them S's.
sharpen up them S's, bro. Your shit's weak as fuck. Dude, there's a guy. Oh, dude, I gotta show you this dude. This dude's a graffiti artist in Albuquerque, and his name is Nocturne.
Nocturne.
This dude is. I've met this dude, and he is. I think he's the devil. I'm not sure.
He's just like talking to a dog.
Dude, he just, I mean, he started out.
Dog's telling me to kill people.
Oh, stop!
I'm just gonna paint instead.
Dude, have you ever heard of Son of Sam? Yeah, that's
what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's what. Dude, it's so funny that he like all that was bullshit about the dog. Yeah, and he went in and the FBI came in and they're
Stuck
like,
that story.
they're like, is that really what happened? And he's like, no, that's not what happened, dude. Oh man, this dude's fucking great. Kind of spooky
Even
shit.
that, like his tag, just looks like some
His
demonic
tag
shit.
is just fucking spooky as hell, dude.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I mean, I love his style and stuff like that. I had the opportunity to talk to him for a little while one time, and he was just like,
He's like, have you ever heard about bloodletting?
he's over there, he's like, do you know the moon has effect on us, me specifically? I'm like, whoa, cool.
Me more than you.
Yeah. He's like, do you know the real artists are always bleed before they do their like, what the fuck, dude? No.
That's why you cut your hands before
I
you
was
go
like,
up?
dude, what? He's like, in every one of my arts, and every one of my pieces that has a gallon of my blood. You're like, oh, cool, dude. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
And a pint of cum.
Dude, oh my god, man, it's like it was cool talking to him because I was like, because I would assume he'd be like kind of weird and artsy, but he's just like a normal dude. He just kind of dresses kind of weird, but he's but dude, super fascinating guy.
Oh yeah.
Is there any other photographers that you like their style and why? And like why do you specifically like them?
Like around here or just in general?
Just anywhere in general.
That's like all Instagram names now. There's this one guy, Last Suspect, that I follow. He's like a Los Angeles guy. He takes a lot of pictures of like vintage cars and like lowriders and just like
Dope.
that type of culture and stuff. And he always uses these like crazy gold colorings and it just looks like a movie scene every time. I really like his shit. And there's this other guy I follow in New York. His name's Salacuse. I actually kind of know him. He's a big comedy photographer, but he used to do a lot of like magazine covers and shit like that. And he just does a lot of cool street art type shit. Just weird, crazy stuff.
Dude, I've always wanted to bring up. So I have a Canon Rebel 6, which isn't a very good camera, but it's better than like a fucking disposable, I guess. But I've always wanted to take it to work because welders love taking pictures. There's a lot of really. Like,
I've seen your stories, dude.
Dude, friends of mine.
It's always him looking at some dude's ass.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, art imitates light. You know what I mean?
Light.
But yeah, dude, welders love taking pictures because we're always in weird positions and like the sparks and like cool pictures and like cool colors and stuff like that.
You're always grabbing big pipes.
All right, dude, don't make it weird. But
you're a pipe welder.
I know, dude. I mean, we are, but I mean, stop, dude. But it's like I've always wanted to take. I always thought it'd be cool to like take an actually like a good camera onto a job site and be able to like take cool because like it's not even just like welding. Just like I've seen dudes like walking the iron. You know,
those would be crazy like black and white photos.
Yeah,
like all the shit sparking off and stuff.
Oh, for sure,
That'd
dude.
Be cool as fuck.
Yeah, man. I'm such a big fan of. That's one of the biggest reasons I wanted you on here. I mean, A, you're a really good buddy of mine, but B, it's just like, dude, your photography is so good, dude. I
try, dude.
It's one thing I like about you that I see in a lot of comics is, and maybe Joey can attest to this, is like your art really is like you're part of your everyday life, right? Like you see that dude laying down and you're like, oh, I'd love to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Right. But like Joey, like, do you ever see like something happen and you're like, oh, I got to make a joke about this? Like in your day-to-day life.
I mean, my first thought is to make fun of it, but not necessarily make a joke about it.
But then if it's like good enough, you're like, oh, I could build a premise off this probably, right?
Yeah.
Like the other day, like today or yesterday, I was somewhere and this guy walks up to this guy and he goes, hey, you look like a guy I went to high school with. And the guy goes, oh, really? And he goes, yeah. And then just walks away from him. I was like, and I like, it like,
you've never done that?
I have, but
I know what you're doing.
But I was like, you're not gonna say shit else, dude. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, his name's so and so, he does this.
He probably remembered that he used to hate that guy.
Yeah.
He was like, well, dude, that dude was a bitch.
I turned to some other dudes next to me, and I'm like, dude, imagine if he was like, you look like this dude I went to high school with. I fucking hated that guy. I just walked right past him, dude.
And he's like, "Wait, are you fucking Billy?"
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, did you go
punches
to?"
him out.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, did you go to Washington High?" Yeah. How about you
fucked my
fucking get out?
girlfriend.
Yeah, you look like that. Fuck my girlfriend. That's you, isn't it? You piece of shit, dude. But dude, it is funny just how like everybody's art or whatever they're into is always like around them.
There's so many things I see where I like get mad at myself for not taking a picture.
You know what's funny?
Or like not having my camera.
Dude, it's
or
weird.
something like that.
When I was like when I first thought I wanted to get into photography, I was like, I'd see stuff and I'd be like, man, that'd be a cool picture. And I still say that all the time. Like when I go hunting a lot, so a lot of times when you're hunting, you do this called glassing, right? You go to a high elevation and you just kind of look through binoculars or a spotting scope to see.
Scope it out.
Yeah, just scope it out, try to find animals and shit. And a lot of the time you have a really great vantage point from where you're at. And there's been so many times like, man, I would just love to take a picture of this. Or like, oh, this would be a great picture. But then I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do with a picture? You know?
And you look at it. All right. There's been I'm trying to get, I don't know how to do this, but like cinematography, like photographer on like the set of movies and stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many things I see where I'm like, I just pause it. Like I'll just like look at it for a second, like old school mob movies or just like vintage shit like that. I would love to try to get into that.
Dude, one of my favorite things they do in those old movies is they will be like, they do it in Goodfellas a couple times when they're like in the middle of an intense scene and they just pause it.
Oh yeah.
And then they have like a narrative over it.
Like it's just him like,
and you're like, that's
yeah,
so
we were in the
fucking
fucking
yeah.
I don't even know what I
That was
said.
the day Billy Bats died. And you're like, hell yeah, dude.
That was the day I knew I wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah. I've always known I wanted to be a gangster, dude. Fucking Ray Liotta, that motherfucker. Well, dude, what's next? What do you think? So you want to do a book?
Yeah, a photo book would be cool.
Yeah.
But I want to like write. I want to have like big descriptions like for each. Photo.
Well,
like it would have to be like I don't even know what that's fucking called.
Well, I like interviewing people. Like that's one. I mean, that's another reason why I like doing this podcast. And I don't know why it's taking me this. I tried to have guests on in the beginning, but I think it was really just me trying to figure this thing out.
Mm-hmm.
And then now after I had my dad on last episode, I was like, oh, guests are probably the way to go.
Yeah.
You know, they go a little bit easier and a little smoother. But I do enjoy asking questions about like people's passions and stuff like that, or people's life. So maybe we could team up or something like that. Like you take the pictures and like I can maybe write a description of like, you know, this is someone, you know, whatever. You know, we can interview people.
Go out to the rodeo.
Dude, that would be another cool thing to do is like a rodeo book.
Yeah.
You know, we can go out and I can interview.
This dude's getting stomped by bulls.
Dude, one time there's this guy named Dominic Shipman, rest in peace. He died.
Damn.
But why'd you knock on wood, dude?
I don't want to die.
He was a really cool dude. He was a pretty good bull rider. But I remember I was at a rodeo one time, and Damo, he was in the chute, nodded his head, came out. The bull did 3 spins, and then just fucking whop right into the gate. He went into the gate and he dislocated his shoulder. And then he proceeded to walk around the rodeo grounds for about 2.5 hours with his shoulder out of his socket. And he was just like, and he just kept telling me, he was like, hey, do you know how to put a shoulder in? Hey, do you know how to put a shoulder in? Like
against the wall.
Yeah, and I was like, I know. I was like, I could do it. I could probably, you just pull it out and just kind of
Killed him.
Yeah, then I killed him. But it was like, that was one time I do wish I took a picture because there was a moment there, and I could see it clearly in my mind. He's shirtless, his shoulders out of its socket, and you can see the distance between his ball and his joint socket. And he's holding his elbow, and he's talking to the paramedic, and they're explaining how they're gonna put his shoulder in. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, you can see like the dread in his eyes, but also you can see like the, hey dude, let's just fucking do it. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, that'd be such a cool fucking picture to take.
It's crazy when you dislocate shit. They like surprise you when they fucking pop it back in or whatever.
I've done my knee 3 times.
Oh, that's like the worst.
Yeah,
one to
I've
do.
dislocated my knee 3 times, and then I've dislocated my shoulder twice. But it's never been out of socket for very long. It's always out and then right back in.
When I was a kid, I fell down the stairs one time and I dislocated my shoulder. I was like 8, fucking trip, bro.
Dude, the first time I dislocated my shoulder, I was at a bulldogging practice, and I was riding next to this steer, and I get off my horse and I go to get on this steer, and my hazer was a little far away from me, and the steer takes a right step and comes out from under me, and I go and I hit, and when I hit,
I just shoved it.
it just fucking bink, threw it out of the socket, and then I tuck and rolled, and somewhere in the tuck and roll, I must have done it perfectly, and it just fucking went right back in. And
so
I remember
you got
getting
all
up,
the pain
and
in
I was
both
like,
of them right away.
oh, what the fuck, dude? And I got up and I was like, I tried to move my arm and I was like, oh, Jesus. And I was like, all right, I'm done for the day. They're like, what happened? I was like, I hurt my shoulder. But yeah, so then I dislocated it another time. But
Have
I've
you had any surgeries from that stuff?
Never, dude.
No?
Never, dude. I probably need a shoulder surgery bad. And then my knee, I've done my knee like 3 or 4 times. And yeah, nothing else, dude. Yeah. What about you? How many
surgeries?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I've had fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
On bones.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah. I got a bunch of plates in my wrist,
Yeah.
external pins, bone graft. This one
Jesus.
doesn't bend. Look at that.
Yeah.
Regular, broken. Regular, broken. They're forever.
It's always funny. It's always funny. Fucking.
Look at Joey's face right now.
Joey's like, oh god, dude.
Yeah, you can see the scar.
Dude, it's always funny trying to dap Taylor up because you're like, what's up, bro? And he's just like, hey, what's up?
It's like it's got a bunch of metal in it, but it also has a shit ton of nerve damage.
Yeah.
So it's not strong.
Yeah, that sucks.
It sucks.
Oh shit. All right, dude. Well, we'll wrap this up. But dude, is there anything you want to promote or anything you want to say or anything you want to ask me or Joey?
Joey, how do you feel about not getting a beer?
I feel okay.
You feel all right?
It was offered to me eventually. I had to be a prima donna about it. But,
Maverick, do you agree with me and feel like Joey is also kind of full of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you're full of shit, dude. I saved it for you. There's one last beer. I'll write Joey's beer on that.
You got some like vodka or something.
vodka.
Potato.
Yeah,
it's
potatoes.
healthier.
Potatoes are healthier.
Dude, my dad came down for to help me move my trailer, and I bought a bottle of tequila, and he bought a bottle of whiskey, and I left the bottle of tequila in his fucking truck,
Yeah,
and he left me a half-drinking bottle of whiskey. And I was like, "What is this shit?"
Very
dude?
dad thing to do.
Very dad thing to do, dude.
You're lucky he left you any at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised he fucking forgot the bottle of whiskey, dude. Honestly. Oh man. Well, dude, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Yeah, man.
I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having me.
Yeah, won't be the last time. And dude, let's go listen to another hour play.
Let's go see Another Hour. Oh yeah, here we go. This is my shirt, my photo too.
Hold on. Let me move this out.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
way.
move
Go ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
Look at that. Another Hour. Go see the boys.
Go see the boys, dude.
the boys.
Guys, go follow Taylor on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
He's
my
fantastic.
Instagram is Taylor here. You'll probably see pictures of this guy. Maybe Joe if he gets lucky, if he gets up anywhere.
Yeah. Never done a show before.
Oh my God, guys, go follow Joey on Instagram as This Is Joey Smith. He's a fucking fantastic comic, and he's crushing all over town. He's got some great clips up there. Follow me on Instagram, Maverick _McWilliams. Go talk to our sponsors, fucking Texas Hill Country Provisions and Texas Chill Country. And Taylor, thanks, dude. Let's go listen to some music, dude.
Let's do it.
Music.
We did it.
Let it play, boys.